Good morning, everyone. Today is Sunday, October 6th. Thank you for tuning in and watching this update on my What Would Jesus Do border mission trip. Yesterday, Saturday morning, I met the St. James crew not very far from here at the exit right off I-9 at Aravaca Road exit. And from there, we continued on down to Sasabe. And Sasabe is on Arizona 826, and it heads south into Sasabe. At Sasabe, we drove down to the border checkpoint. I thought that was actually really important for us to see because there you can see as the cars go in and out of the United States into Mexico and then back. So we were able to watch that a little bit. No photographs are are possible there. Mainly, there's obvious reasons why you don't take pictures at the border checkpoint, just like you don't when you're traveling on an airplane and traveling through the through immigrations at the airport. Same basic rules apply. But we were there. We took a couple of photos at the border with the United States and Mexico. After that, we continued on. We went back into the town of Sasabe, where there's a connecting road, connecting dirt road that takes us down to the border wall. So we went that direction, we followed that dirt road, eventually end up at the border wall, and we drove around that border wall for, I don't know, maybe 10, 15 miles. The actual mile marker we stopped at was Sasabe 16. At Sasabe 16, you may have seen some previous photos. There's an obelisk there just behind the wall that you can see that marks the actual border between the United States and Mexico, and that was put up shortly after Arizona, and that part of Arizona became part of the United States from Mexico. So we were there. While we're there at SAS 16, we also had communion, and I thought that was really nice. We could have communion at the border wall. We could have communion amongst ourselves, but also communion with those that had crossed over and perished there in the desert, and some not very far from where we had communion. So that was a really special occasion for us. We did that. There's some photos of our communion down below, so please take a look at those. After communion, we had a light lunch. We rested in the sun a bit, and then, or actually in the shade of the sun, had a couple of chats with some border agents as they passed by. They were all, again, usually just very friendly. They saw who we were. We explained we were there from Connecticut, and we had just had communion. We even offered them some food, but they turned that down, and I think I understand why. But no disrespect on either part was intended on that. After that, then I took the group on up back to the road to Aravaca, into Amado, where I'm staying, where we stopped at mile marker number 19, and I showed the group the Alvaros Cross for the young child or baby that passed away about 6 years ago. So they were able to look at that and have their prayers there. No photos of that. Maybe one of them shares that. I'll share that with you later. Well, that's about all for today. I think later on we're heading off to church. I think the church is St. Philip's in the Hills in Tucson, and this is where Steve Anderson worshipped when he was here in Tucson. So we're going to go visit that church today, and I'm not sure what else we have planned, but that's one of the activities. So we'll do that. Well, that's it for today. Please give this post a like. Please feel free to share it, and of course you can always put your comments and questions below. Until my next update, this is Chuck, and I wish you peace.